Alright my fellow agents, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and yesterday here at the channel I posted a video talking about the fact that the winter event has returned, which means you now have the ability to once again farm for those bounties, get those winter keys, and hopefully get some exclusive items that you've been trying to get for a very long time. Now with that being said, in the comment section of yesterday's video, some of you reached out asking what build I was using in the gameplay footage, so as we roll into the weekend my friends, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of the exact build I was using. Now as always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out, and if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now starting with the specialization, you can see I'm using Gunner, and I've chosen that for three main reasons. First of all, you get that extra reload speed increase. You also have access to the Banshee Pulse. You will get some extra rate of fire upon kill. And always remember, regardless of the specialization you choose, have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree, as that is going to give you an extra 15% weapon damage bonus regardless of which one you're using. And the reason I say that is because a lot of players out there use the same template for different builds, and if you don't switch your weapon, you're leaving weapon damage on the table. Now as you can see, my primary weapon for this build is the Pestilence, and I gotta tell you, over the last year this has become pretty much my go-to weapon in the game. The reason it is so effective is because of its talent Plague of the Outcast. It's applied debuff, dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. This is going to stack up to 50 times, and whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, 100% of the stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. Now as far as the secondary and sidearm is concerned, it's totally up to you. You can use what you want. However, when it comes to the sidearm, if you have the quick step, I recommend using that because remember, when that weapon is in your hand, you have an extra 20% movement speed bonus. Now moving on to the gear itself, you can see we're running 3 Lengmo, 1 Cheska, 1 unit alloys, and the Overdog's gloves. Now, starting with the mask, it's the first of 3 pieces of Lengmo, and we're using 3 because we're targeting that third brand set bonus, which is 30% LMG damage. That now takes us to the body armor, which is the second piece of Lengmo, and we're using the talent Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 20 times. Another great option is the Talent Glass Cannon if you want to roll with that. Continuing on to the holster, it's the 1 piece of unit alloys, and just by having this named holster, the salvo, equipped, we're getting an extra 10% rate of fire. That's 5% for the brand set bonus and 5% for that middle attribute. Next we have the knee pads. It's the 1 piece of Cheska, and as you can see, they are the Turmoil knee pads with the talent Bewildered. When dealing weapon damage to an enemy, 50% of the damage will be dealt to another enemy within 30 meters instead. When there are no other enemies nearby, deal damage normally. Now moving on to the gloves, you can see they are the Overdogs, and these have quickly become one of the most popular exotics in the game because you can use them for so many different builds. Now the reason these are so effective is because of the talent Weakest Link, and that is going to amplify weapon damage by 30% to the lowest ranking enemy currently in combat as per the tier hierarchy. And if you do not have these gloves, I just recommend switching it for Contractor's gloves. I can promise you these will still get the job done. And for those of you out there who are trying to get the Overdog's gloves, thankfully they are in the general loot pool. So if you're trying to get these, you can farm for them anywhere the gloves are the targeted loot. You can hit up Countdown, you can hit up the Summit, you could play Retaliation. Totally up to you, my friends. Last but not least, we have the backpack, and as you can see, it is the third and final piece of Lengmo. We're rolling with the Backbone backpack, as this is going to give you access to the talent Perfectly Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy increases total weapon damage by 7% for 15 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. As far as the skills are concerned, for this build I'm using the Healer Drone as well as the Banshee Pulse. When we take a look at the numbers, I'm sitting at 60% crit hit chance, remember that's the max, and 129 crit hit damage. Remember those numbers are going to be dependent on not only the gear I have equipped, but having a Shade Watch of level 1000. Last but not least, I want to mention the fact that in the gameplay footage you're about to see, I do not have any global modifiers active whatsoever, and the reason for that is I want to ensure that whenever you see this video, you know exactly what the build can do without any special events going on. Hope this helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, as I leave you with the gameplay footage, I want to mention a few farming details really quick. For those of you out there who are trying to get the Quick Step holster and the Quick Step handgun. Why'd I say holster? Anyway, for those of you out there that are trying to get the Quick Step handgun as well as the Turmoil knee pads, now is the best time to farm for these items because they are exclusive during certain events, and we have the winter event going on. I will leave a link to yesterday's video in the description down below, and I'll walk you through exactly how to hopefully pick these things up. And once again, for the record, the winter event has been extended until January 13th, so you have, just over a week or so to get that done. So start farming, my friends. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage and a few final thoughts. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone. Hello once again, my fellow agents. I hope everyone is having a great weekend so far. I apologize for my voice. I started to lose my voice the other day. No idea why. Because I didn't do a damn thing for New Year's. I mean, everyone was asleep by like 10 o'clock. Oh, it was awesome. It was so great. It was a quiet house. I was just playing video games into the new year, which is kind of badass, you know. Alright, so as I said in the video, the winter event is back and it has been extended until January 13th, which means as of my posting this video, that is 10 days away, so please take advantage of this opportunity to earn these items. Like I said, the Quick Step, the Turmoil, you've got the Regulus, the Eagle Bear, the Ouroboros, and as you've heard me mention when it comes to this event in particular, it's been the most generous event we have ever seen in the game. Without a doubt, unquestionably, everyone really is... Oh, sugar. I gotta pay attention real quick. This is where the Pestilence helps you out. Anyway, the reason I can confidently say this is the most generous event we've had in the game is strictly because, based on your feedback, everyone is finally getting things they've been trying to farm for forever. You know what I mean? Let's say you're trying to get certain things in those end of season stretch goals. You've never had any luck whatsoever. The majority of you out there are finally getting these exclusive items. And like I said earlier, wish you nothing but the best of luck. That is going to do it for this video, my friends. We are heading out the door to Costco right now. My goal is to not go bankrupt when we go there. We'll see what happens. Dogs are barking. It's a typical Saturday, my friends. Once again, thank you so much for your incredible continued support, and I will see you in the next one.
Don't waste your time, agent.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Reinforcements incoming. Detecting heavily armored hostile detected. Detected in location guarded by hostiles. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming hostiles detected.
We got them all! Listen, there will be more fights ahead.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.